For many years, it has been theorized how the first encounter between humans and an extraterrestrial race would be like. Beings much more advanced than us. On one hand, different governments have allocated resources in the attempt to find intelligent life in space. While on the other hand, some people claim that this extraterrestrial race has already made contact with us and is currently among us. But what would happen if these beings existed in a dimension beyond ours, and that they are able to manipulate our reality without us being able to perceive them? Today, we're going to take a look at one of the most interesting theories of this type: beings from another dimension. Currently, human beings are subjected to 3 dimensions: width, length, and height. Our organisms was developed in a way that we can perceive and interact with our own surroundings based on these 3 dimensions. If in the universe there were other types of beings that only existed in 2 dimensions, as in width and length, they could not be perceived by us if we were below or above them. It would not be until we've interacted in their 2 dimensions that they may realize our existence. They would simply see a square when we would be seeing a cube. Imagine a reality where we only exist in 2 dimensions. Makes it almost impossible to understand. But even worse is to imagine a reality with more than 3 dimensions. Currently, there are many opinions in the scientific community about how many dimensions could exist beyond ours. Some think that the reality of the universe could be composed of 11 dimensions. Now, what does this mean? If there was a being capable of perceiving and moving among other dimensions, we could not see them. In the same way, beings that live in 2 dimensions, like width and length, they wouldn't be able to see us if we place ourselves above or below them. However, these interdimensional beings could be with us at this very moment, seeing every step we take, following us everywhere we go, like a shadow. For years, theorists of the UFO phenomenon have pointed out that these manifestations are evidence of the existence of beings that exist outside our dimension. That it is not about beings from another planet, but from another dimension. Generally, the shadow people are used as evidence that these beings are among us. It is said that each person has seen one of these beings at least once in their life, through the corner of their eyes. But how likely is it that there are beings from another dimension who are constantly watching us? The reality is that we still could not know it because these dimensions would exist beyond our own perception. In other words, for us, it would be something that we could not put to the test. It would be infallible. It could be both true and false, and we have no way to prove it. Therefore, science is not concerned with proving the existence of beings from another dimension at the moment. The logical step would be to prove the existence of other dimensions first. Although many people claim that they do exist and that they are watching us. But for the moment, it is something that we cannot guarantee beyond the testimonies of people who say that they've had contact with these beings. Beings that are supposedly responsible for all the miracles or supernatural events on our planet. Despite being a very hypothetical subject, it is one of the most interesting theories that does not involve supernatural elements, but rather an aspect of reality that could exist, but that we cannot see. Tell me what you think. Do you think that there are beings in dimensions that humans are not capable of seeing? Could we, at some point, put this theory to the test and maybe even prove it? Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, assume nothing and question everything.